My name is Miranda Cox. This is my partner Trace, and these are my two kids, Cedric and Freya. I first met Trace in Maryland. We worked at a restaurant called Fair Hill Inn. He used to say to Nora, "I don't know what happened. I met this chick and now I have a bunch of furniture." The first time I ever talked to Nora on the phone, she was sweet, gracious, and loving. She told me I would always be a part of her family, even if Trace and I ever separated. That was only 8 years ago, almost to the month. I didn't know then that she would be gone. I didn't even know then if I was ever going to meet her. But love makes you do crazy things, and as Trace and I contemplated our future, we decided to ditch Maryland and come to live in Seattle. 9 months pregnant with Cedric, and a 3,000-mile drive later, we made it. Nora was waiting for us with pizza and a bed to sleep on while we patiently waited for our moving truck to arrive. She gave us her best linens, dishes, and tons of animal tchotchke. We gradually settled into our new home and made our new family comfortable. She always helped the kids grow and learn by buying clothes, books, activity sheets, and markers. She made her bi-monthly visit, even when it was hard, because it was important to her. And especially in the summer. Although the ferry lines are crazy, she still made it. She helped us feel needed and loved. Compassion and crazy were her middle names. Seriously. She was the nicest person I've ever met, but she had crazy grandma eyes. If she saw a turtle on the side of the road, she would want to stop to pick it up and take it home. I learned so much from Nora. She told me that if my biggest parenting problem was that I felt guilty when my kids made the right choice, that I was doing a good job. She taught me there's no such thing as too many head smooches. When she got sick, I wasn't sure what to do. I knew that I must help her any way that I could. So the spring of 2020, we decided to move her into our home when she felt alone and afraid. We made lists, we completed tasks, we made appointments, and we met with doctors. I painted her nails, and I cut her hair. My kids read her books, and my husband cooked her meals. One night, she told me that she was worried. She said that she didn't think anyone would hear her when she fell. I stroked her hair, and I told her that we were here. I said, "You're not alone." That night, she tripped, going to the bathroom. She cursed at me. She said she couldn't do it anymore. She said she couldn't do it alone anymore. I remember telling her, "Your worries are valid. You were afraid. You didn't want to be alone on Whidbey Island." I said, "You fell, but you're not alone." I said, "The exact thing that you were worried about is what we're here to prevent. You fell, but you are not alone." That day was the last time we saw her in our home. While she lived in various nursing homes, we reassured her that her pets and her home and her things and her family were okay. She filled her final room with pillows, blankets, lamps, books, things that she knew would help keep her comfortable. If we could have filled it with wildlife, I think she would have been a lot happier. And it would have been a little cheaper too. Because of the COVID-19 pandemic, we weren't allowed to visit her in the nursing home. But when the nurses finally gave us the go-ahead, the kids and I rushed to go see her. August 3rd was the last time we saw her before she passed. The kids were scared and they were confused, so they left. But I stayed. My husband Trace wasn't with me this visit. He was with her the next day. She told me, "I think this is it. This is the end." She coughed a lot. Her eyes looked weak. I held her hand and I gave her water. The last thing she ever said to me was, "I like your dress. Is that new?" Such a Nora thing to say, especially since I had worn that dress dozens of times, in front of her even. And as she laid motionless on the bed, I squeezed her arm and her hand. I felt her breath in my skin. Breathing in and out with her, I said what I said when my dog died a few months prior. I said, "Life doesn't end, it only transforms." My mom committed suicide when I was 14. So I am no stranger to disappointment. But losing Nora wasn't disappointing. It was sad. I wasn't even sad when my own mom died. I was angry. And hopefully, as we experience changes through the loss that the year 2020 has brought upon us, we can remember that life doesn't end. It only transforms. Thank you.